a minute, which is weird.
Well, that's better.
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay. So much for tuning in about this call of any of the getting started, the ones that we have done. I know some of y'all don't know Mindy yet, but I hope you all get to know her tonight. She's super sweet. She's a girl on our team, came in and totally rocked the business. She came in the very last day of September, and she ranked to Black Diamond last month. I know she's already passed that 80,000 mark this month. She's doing incredible. I asked her if she would just kind of talk and give us all her secrets of what she's doing to grow her business so fast, and maybe like what she does on a daily basis to continue to grow her business so that it would help everybody. So, Mindy, if you are ready, girl, take the floor and teach us everything.
Yes, I'm ready. Can everybody hear me? Am I clear? I hope.
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Perfect. Okay. So, just a little quick backstory, since I don't even know a lot of you guys, and I know a lot of you don't know me. I was in a multi-level business in the past. My husband and I did Quickstar, Amway, a lot of people know, for about 7 years. And we had pretty good success there, but this is still coming in good. We decided after we had children that it was just too much. It was a crazy, hectic schedule. It was a lot of team building, a lot of just running around. We would drive all over the place and do all kind of functions, and we invested a lot in the business. It just got to be where it wasn't even really fun anymore, and we weren't getting out of it what we were putting into it. And I know a lot of people that I've heard who've started with this company have felt the same in a lot of companies that they were in. And we're almost a little skeptical to even come into something else because of their history and just being burned by other things or not having good success by it. So that's exactly where I was when I tried this coffee. One of my best friends introduced me to the product, and I loved it the first day. Actually, I was one of the ones who day one, it blew me away. So I talked to my sponsor, Pam, and she was telling me all about the business. And gosh, this thing, sorry y'all, it's just like not showing. I'm freezing every 5 seconds. So I hope it's not freezing with y'all.
Yeah, you're completely froze on mine. You're not moving at all. Like I haven't seen any movement.
No, why is it doing that?
I don't know. That's very odd.
I don't know what to do to make it stop doing that, but that's annoying because I'm watching myself sitting there frozen. Not look awkward talking, but I don't know why I'm frozen. Hold on. Sorry, that's just going to bug me to death. So let me see if I can fix that. Okay. I think I did it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that worked. Perfect. Now I can see myself so I don't feel awkward like I'm talking to my blank face there, a frozen face. Okay. So anyway, we got started. I got started talking with Pam about the business, and I was telling her my story. I really just didn't want to get into anything else. I didn't want to do direct sales. Honestly, I told her I would do this, and I just wanted to make $500 a month. That was my goal. We had moved into a new home, and I was doing my nursing, and I was doing interior design. I was super busy trying to start an interior design business. And I didn't really want to add anything else to my plate, but I thought, hey, honestly, it was just something in my gut that I was like, I really want to try this for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with me. In my head, I'm thinking you're crazy, but in my gut, I was like, I want to do it. I want to try it. So I did, and I told her I would buy 3 sample packs, which I did. And I posted that night a curiosity post, which I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that too. And like 20 people responded back that they were interested in sampling. So I called her back and said, hey, I guess I will do this because I have like 20 people who are interested. So I don't really know what to do with them. So tell me what to do. So that's kind of how I honestly got started. I had no clue how amazing this team was at that point. I had no clue how, easily this product was going to move at that point. But I just started talking to people about it. So if you, at this point, obviously you've decided to do that, take this journey with us too, and you just got started, Just know that you can do this at any pace you want to do it at. You know, if you're brand new, you're just now at this point, maybe you're saying, hey, I do want to build this. I haven't done anything up to this point, but now I'm ready. I want to make this happen. Or if you're starting to build a team and you're now helping other people, then this, I think what I'm going to give you will help you at any point, any stage that you're at. You know, we added 46 new entrepreneurs this month in our business already. So there's lots of people that need to know what to do next. So that's kind of what I want to share with you really quickly. What I did from October to last month when I hit Black Diamond, what I do on a daily basis. And I'm very like a disciplined person. I do the same things every day. I try to. Because I know that consistency and just continuing to sow those seeds over and over is what gets results. I can honestly look at any point and at my business or my team, and I know who's working. And the reason I say that is they'll have results. If you see people that are on my top 10 leader with customers, it's because they're posting every single day. Those are the people who are working the business. Because if you do what you're supposed to do, which is easy, simple stuff, it's not complicated at all, the results will happen. Now, it may not be in the time frame you would hope, but if you sow the seeds, like I said, it'll happen. We had 2 platinums hit this month. We had 2 bronze, 3 or 4 super affiliates, several silvers. So lots of people are having success. It's crazy, and they're having a good time doing it. So, so when you got started, you got your ellepreneur.com website. So that is your personal business page. So that page is usually your ellepreneur.com / and your name. Most of the time, that's what people do it as. Now that page is for you to go look to see what customers are registering, anybody in your business. And I'll go into a little bit more depth of that page in just a little bit, but that's your business page. Your next page is elevacity.com. That is your customer link. So that's the link, same thing as your Ellepreneur / your name or whatever you called your business. That's where the link that I send directly to people when they start to inquire about wanting to order. So hopefully when you got started, you did a kit. The reason that that's super important if you're starting up new people, if you didn't do that, you can only do it at your startup. So it's very important for you to understand why that's important to get people started with a kit. If you can learn how to explain it to them up front, they won't look back later and wish they would have done it, kind of thing. So there's 2 kits that are available. One's a $250 kit and one's a $500 kit. And the product amount that you get is just crazy for the price. Like I said, I can't even go back in there as a distributor or anybody on this call for that matter and get those kits anymore. So you want to get that right out of the gate. If you're starting up a new person, make sure you're telling them how important it is that they have product in their hand, because not only can they sell that and make a retail profit, but they also have samples immediately, which is crucial. And I can tell you 100% the reason our team has grew so fast is from sampling. That's just one thing we've all done. And that's what's made us grow so fast. So one thing too, if they're just totally adamant that I have not had an issue with people getting started with kits. Like I said, once I explain to them what they get, they're getting their month's supply of dose. They're getting a month's supply of Chocolate with dose. They're getting their keto cream. They're getting their shareables that they can hand out. They're getting 3 dose sample packs, the 6-day trials. Once they understand all the stuff they're getting, they're like, a no-brainer. You can't ever start a business for, good Lord, millions of dollars, much less 250 plus 99 or 500 plus 99. So once you explain it that way and let them know all the product they're getting, they're usually, yes, I'm good with that. So next thing, if you have got started, you've got your kit, now you've got your samples on hand, you've got your product on hand, make sure if, I have people who've started who've not even tried the product yet. So super important that you're using what you're selling, because your story is what's going to sell the product. You talking about your personal experience and what it's done for you, what it's done for your family, for myself, my anxiety, my stress, just being kinder to my family, my poor husband and child. They were getting the backlash a lot from my mood swings, and being able to tell other moms that they identify. So they're able to say, oh, okay, well, that might be something I need to try. So once you've got started, you've got your web pages, you've got your samples in hand, you've got your products in hand, make sure that you are plugging into the team. I cannot say how important this is. Just like tonight, you're taking your time to get on a call and, to learn something. Every call you get on, you will get something that will move your business forward. Somebody will say something that you'll be like, wow, I never thought of it that way, or didn't look at it that way, or I didn't say it that way, or that's a good thing to add to my daily routine. You'll always get one little nugget that'll just be like, oh, that's good. I like that. So make sure you're plugged in. Let me tell you where you need to be plugged in at. My personal messenger page that we use, and that's my group chat. We use that if you're on my team to just run questions back and forth with each other. And the reason I just have my own chat, Courtney has one. I'm pretty sure Misty has one that she does with her team. But it just breaks it up a little bit so there's not all these people chatting all day long. My personal one is The Best Is Yet to Come. I just changed that. You guys are on my team. It was Elapreneurs only, but I just changed it to The Best Is Yet to Come. What I love about the chats, though, is that we do keep ours pretty business. We don't chat much in it, to be honest, or be silly. We don't have silly memes and gifts. Every once in a while, somebody will say something about, which keeps it fun. But, we're all busy, and I understand the dinging all day long can get, like disruptive and annoying at times. But I tell you, at the beginning, I turned mine off to mute because I was like I said, I wasn't really crazy about building a big business at that point. So I turned it off for, a little while. But as soon as I really got customers and started having people ask questions, and I was in that chat all the time as much as I could be, and I didn't want to miss anything. So I did leave it on. And if I had to glance at it and come back to it, I did. But I learned a ton just from listening to other people's questions and Courtney's answers to other people. So when it came time for me to have to answer that question, I already knew the answer because I'd already been listening and watching other people. Even if I personally didn't have the experience yet, I was listening and watching that chat because then I was learning what to do when it came time for my business to start growing. So that's super important. Make sure you're linking in to whoever your sponsor is, or their Upline Platinum or Upline Diamond, whoever it is that's helping you in their chats. There's 2 chats I know for sure you need to be on, which is mine, and then Courtney's is Future Diamonds chat. Misty's got a page 2, Team Elite, and Courtney's got a Future Diamonds, but both of those are on Facebook. So those are your Facebook groups. The big one is Team Unity, which is Brittany's. That one is important because she's got all of our announcements and updates. When you go into that team chat, again, it's Team Unity on Facebook, so make sure that your upline's adding you to that because she has to approve that. And you can go in your search engine on her page and pretty much look up anything you want. Plus, under her different icons, she has photos that you can use for your business. She has announcements, events. So make sure you're in there so that you're staying in the loop. Also, that's where she does our team calls on Thursday nights. And those have been really crucial for me in just helping with mindset and building my business. So make sure you're getting in on that 9 o'clock team call because it will really change your business. The next thing after you've done your kit, you've got all linked into the team so you know what's going on, you're able to ask questions when you need them answered, that kind of thing. Make sure that you're getting on some sort of 3-way call with your upline. Hopefully, if you're getting people started or if you're the new person that started, you've already been on a 3-way call. I'd like to do my 3-way calls with people who are almost, they're interested in the business, but they haven't signed up yet. Because I like to give people information right out of the gate that they can get running with so that they're not getting started and sitting there going, what do I do next? So get on that call. It'll be kind of like this, and they'll help you walk through what you need to do next. The reason, let me give you some reasoning behind that. Some people are like, why do I want to call my upline? I know what to tell people. Let me give you some mindset behind the 3-way call and why that's important. So for example, if I'm registering somebody, I'm new in the business, and maybe it's not that I know what to say already. I feel like I can get a new person started. The point of a three-way call is to give edification. So I would say to my new person, let me get you linked up with this girl named Courtney. She went diamond in less than a year. This is what I tell people all the time when I first got started. She is amazing. She can answer any question that you throw at her. She knows the business in and out. She's super fun to talk to. I just adore her. And let me get you on the phone with her so she can help you move fast. So now this person's like, wow, I'm getting linked up with this person. She's going to connect me to this person who's moving fast in the business, and they're ready to listen. So it's not just you coming to them from a platform of, I want you to grow your business fast, but it's you connecting them to somebody who's going to help them grow the business fast. So now they come at it in a different way. They're listening with different ears, if that makes sense. So you've edified that person to them. And then now guess what Courtney's going to do for me? When we get on that three-way call, Courtney's going to say, you are in good hands. Oh my gosh, you're on the right team. Mindy knows exactly what she's doing. If she doesn't have all the answers to your questions, she's linked up with the people who do. And now Courtney turns it around and gives you edification so that you have the ability to help lead that person to build a good, solid team. So that's what a three-way call is kind of for. I will tell you that I duplicated everything I could duplicate. Like I got, what I mean by that, duplication. Don't try to like come up with some new fancy way to do this. You don't have to. Don't waste your time trying to reinvent the wheel. Everybody that's here helping you, Misty, myself, Courtney, whoever your upline is, they are following a system that's already worked. So we're just doing what people before us have done. And I like to say we're starting on their shoulders so that, you know, hopefully I'm worked out some kinks along the way and figured some things out, and I can help you miss those potholes. And you can start on my shoulders if you're willing to listen. Hopefully I can help you move faster than I did. That's my goal. Because like I said, hopefully I can help you not do something the wrong way, maybe like I did it, or just do it in a better, more efficient way. So let's see here. Like tonight, one thing, be respectful too of your upline and their time. If they are willing to help you, which I really like, I'm kind of crazy with it. Like if my phone dings, I want to know what's going on. I'm like Pavlov's dog when the food bell rings or something, I think, when my thing goes off. I'm like, who is this? What do they need? But it's because I love it and it's fun to me, like to help people. So it's just become really very addictive to me, honestly, just helping the team and just getting to see people succeed and move on and change their lives and change their families' lives. I mean, there's stories after stories after stories of all these girls on my team who are getting to take vacations they never got to take, who are getting to pay bills off, get out of debt. So that's why you do it, which brings me to, what is your why? You have to have a why. Like if you don't have a reason to do this, you know, and it doesn't have to be some fancy reason. It can be just to get out of debt, or I don't want to work for a boss anymore, or I just really love helping people, or, you know, I need to pay off surgeries, or whatever it is. You keep your mind on that thing as you're building your business every day, because there'll be days when things get discouraging. You don't get a new customer, or somebody you thought was going to run with it doesn't, or whatever the negative is. They'll be negative, of course. But if you have the mindset of, this is the reason I'm doing this, and I'm just going to keep pushing forward and sowing those seeds and trusting that it's going to work, it will. So once you're, again, you started up, you're on the team pages, you're plugging into your upline. One thing I would tell you too is, don't use necessarily the word upline when you're talking to your prospects or people that are possibly getting into the business. I always just say my friends. My friend Courtney, she has helped me so much. You wouldn't believe all the things she's done just to help me move my business forward. Because sometimes people, you know, people don't really understand network marketing. Honestly, that's the biggest, it's just lack of knowledge. It's not that it's really even a bad association. They just don't really understand it. So those little words like upline, downline, sideline, all that stuff can be a negative in their mind. So I just say my friend. And honestly, that's how we've all built our whole business, saying it that way. I say these words because you guys are entrepreneurs. You understand where we are, but just be aware that that's an important thing to do, is not necessarily say upline as you're talking to new people. So once you're on those team pages, there's a couple places I always tag my new entrepreneurs. I always tag them in the 30-day roadmap to success. So you might want to just jot these down. These are all under your Team Unity page. 30-day roadmap to success, Brittany's Xanthamax video, because it tells you why coffee is great, but it tells you why Xanthamax almost is even better. So it tells you why that combination is so awesome. And trust me, that's what you want to sell. You want to get that moving quickly if you can. So if you understand it better, you'll be more confident and you'll be able to present it better. You don't have to know all the ins and outs. And there's another video that Maria does that's awesome too, and that's on the sneak peek. So jot that down too. That's another thing I always link my people to. And hers is very advanced and scientific, and it's awesome. But don't feel like you have to be able to duplicate that. It's just for your knowledge. So go there to just kind of get your brain around what's going on with the products. Hopefully you were added to Happy Brew Crew. So jot that one down too if you weren't. Hopefully you were added there when you started to be a customer, if you started there. That's what I do with people who are like, oh yeah, I'm interested in the product, but I'd love to know like what's it doing for people. Click them into that page and let them see all the testimonials, because stories sell. And if they see all those people and all the stuff that it's doing for people, they're going to want to jump on board. The faster that you do these things and get plugged in, I promise you, the faster you're going to be moving. Okay, so let's get right into it. This will not take long. I'm going to run through what I do kind of on my daily thing. So once you started, now you're ready to go. You're ready to you watch the videos. You're ready to start doing this thing and making it work fast. So I ask my people, I mean, they sign up in the computer and I say, do a curiosity post today, like right now. Or even if they're not ready to sign up, I say, do a curiosity post, because people are going to respond to that and they're going to get customers or people interested, and they're going to get people who want to buy. So if they're on the fence, that's a good way to get them off the fence, get them to have people that are interested. So I get people to do curiosity posts even before they sign up sometimes. So what does that mean? What is a curiosity post? What do you do? So literally, the simpler you do it, the better. One thing our company recommends, not really our company, just our friends and uplines recommend, is not putting the name of the product out there. Why do you not want to put the name of the product? We're not trying to be sneaky or hiding anything. Obviously, you're going to tell them the name of the product when they start to ask you about it. But why do you not do it on your post? It's a curiosity post. So I heard a girl on a call the other night. She's diamond in the business, and she's yet to put the name of her product anywhere on anything she does. She's making it very, very quiet every time. She's wanting to keep the curiosity going. So I thought that was a great thing to tell you guys as new people. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, right out the gate, throwing the name out there. I put the name of my coffee right up because I had no clue. I was brand new, hadn't watched anything. So I took the curiosity right out of it out of the gate. So it's okay if you do that, something like that. You're not ruined for the rest of the business. But if I can catch you in advance and let you know, if you don't do that and you keep that curiosity going, I promise in the long run, it'll do you better. So what I mean by that, so you do your post. I always say put a picture of yourself up, because if people can see you and like they can connect to a person instead of just words on a screen, it always kind of makes them look and be more apt to stop and read it. So what would you say? You would say, some of my first posts were, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this product. This coffee and Happy Pill have changed my life. I'm not stressed anymore. I've lost 15 pounds. Now, you don't have to put all of that in one post. If you want to break it up into different ones, you can. One thing you're not really wanting to do is just promote that it's a weight loss product, because it really isn't just a weight loss product. That's not what it was created for. It was created for mood. So you can use posts in different ways as you're posting every day to target different people. I'll just tell you, this has nothing to do with what your background is or what you need to do as building your business. I'm telling you my story and what I personally do. I stop and say a prayer every time. Sounds crazy, I know, but I do. I stop and say a prayer every time before I do a post that my post will reach whoever it's supposed to reach that day. So I feel like, I don't know who's going to see that. I don't know who's going to need those words that day. I don't know who's going to need information about weight loss that day, or about stress, or about how my family life's changed, whatever. But those are how I gauge or do my post, by what I feel like that day I'm supposed to share in my heart. So that's how I do my curiosity posts. That's how I did it from the beginning. You need to be doing those posts. There's 3 types of posts. So your curiosity, your engagement, and I'm going to talk about that, and then your friends, family, interest post, your normal Facebook before you got in the business post. You want to have some of those mixed in. So when you go back to your page and you look and you flip through it, make sure it looks good. Make sure you're not just like coffee, crazy person when somebody flips through it. But, mix it up a little bit. Have some coffee stuff, have some engagement stuff, have some friends and family stuff. Make it interesting. Make it a page where if you flip through it, you would want to see what this person was doing. So when I started, I had 500 friends on Facebook. I did not have a huge following at all. We did do multi-level, and I learned a ton from that company, just follow-ups and leadership stuff, but I didn't bring a team by any means. It was several years after we had stopped that. So I knew immediately I had to get a bigger audience. How do you do that? So with my curiosity post, every day I was posting, literally every day I posted something about coffee. I posted different times a day. I posted sometimes in the morning about coffee. I posted sometimes at lunch. I posted sometimes in the afternoon. I posted sometimes at bedtime. So some people are like, well, I don't want to post every day because I don't want to drive people crazy and they're going to think I'm weird and I don't want to be that person. Well, probably they're not going to see your post every day, first of all. They are going to be scrolling through, and your post is not always going to come to the top. They're not going to sit there for hours and continue to flip through until they find yours. So a lot of times the same people aren't seeing your post anyway. If you do it at different times of the day, they definitely aren't, because some people are religious about the times they look at Facebook. So that's why you should do it on different times. And the reason you want to start making sure your post is public, I'll say, because you are trying to get as many eyeballs on what you're doing as possible. It's kind of like, I know Brittany Beck talks about the 1 in 3. That's kind of a notorious for anything you do. There's 1 in 3 people that will probably purchase. So the more people that you get seeing the product, the more likely you're going to get entrepreneurs, customers from your post. So start adding 10 to 20 friends every day. I now probably have close to 5,000. So you need to be adding those probably close to 20 really every single day until you get your friends list added. I thought of it as I did my post, like, oh, I need 10 to 20 new people to see this today. So that's what helps me remember to do it. The second thing you're doing is an engagement post. My engagement post, the other day I had 4 houses and I was like, which one of these would you like to remodel? A, B, C, D. Make it easy, like something they could easily push a button and be done. So they would push A, C, whatever. And I had like 235 comments on that house post. So then what you do after that, this is important. So don't just leave it at that and be done. Go back to those people and comment on them. So it doesn't have to be a long drawn out thing. Like I said, one girl said A, I said, oh, me too. Something simple, but you're communicating. So Facebook thinks you guys are friends. Now, when you go to do your post for curiosity, which your whole goal is for people to see your post, those people are now starting to see your post. It's going to the tops of their screens now. And so now it's not the same friends group you have that you just communicated with the last 2 years. It's new people that are starting to see it. So that's the reason that we say that. There's a method to the madness. We're not just saying, oh my gosh, go post every day for 30 days. We say that because if you do that, I promise you, you will get results. The biggest thing too is being consistent with that. Why are you consistent? Because I would say that there's one person on my team, she would post one day and it would be 12 days before she would post again. Why is that not going to get her as good of results as, say, another girl on my team who's posting every single day? Well, because again, it's numbers. But the biggest thing I believe why you get better results from that is people are watching you. They are looking to see what you're doing. They're looking to see if you really believe in that product. Are you just willy-nilly throwing it out there to see what might happen? But when they see over 3 months time that I'm posting every single day and all the results that are coming, now they are believers. They're like, okay, I've been watching this girl and she's serious about this. This is not some little side little game she's playing. She wants people to experience this product. So she's going to keep pushing it and talking about it till I try it. I mean, I've literally had people message me and say, okay, fine. Like that's what they say on their messenger back to me. Like, okay, fine, I'll try it. Like I've just been talking just to them the whole time or something. It cracks me up. But, you know, they're watching you. And so when we're at that point where they have responded on your Facebook, you did your curiosity. Now they might say, okay, what is it? You'll have lots of people who do it right away. I'm just saying there's also people who will lag behind and watch you. So just be consistent with those people. But lots of people will right away on your curiosity say, okay, I want to know, what is it? Or I don't really drink coffee, or, you know, make some comment. When they make the comment, I go on to my messenger. Don't do it on their page because you don't want to be blowing up everybody's phone every 5 seconds, and you don't want to kill your curiosity right there by telling everybody right on that page. So go to your messenger and answer their questions. How do I do that? I feel like I've had really good success with that. And what I do is I say, what is it about my post? Or I'll look at my post. First of all, I see the person, what they asked about, and see what it is I'm talking about. Was it weight loss? Was it stress? Was it anxiety? Then I go to that messenger again and I say, hey, I see that you responded and it had something to do with weight loss. Is that something you're looking to do? Or if it didn't really relate to a specific thing and I was just kind of throwing out, hey, I have Happy Coffee and the Happy Pill, then I say, hey, what is it that intrigued you about the product? Is it weight loss? Is it energy? Is it focus? Is it mood? So I let them answer. So I start a conversation off with that person immediately. I'm not just like, oh yeah, hey, this is awesome, here's my website. Because then you just like a salesman. You don't even look like somebody who really cares about them. So relationship is huge. Like if you want to have long-term customers, you've got to build a relationship. So start there at that initial conversation and find out what it is they need. So for example, I have a girl, she would say, I have a wedding in July, I want to lose 20 pounds by. I'm like, oh, great. Well, let me tell you about what this product has done for my friend Courtney. Her and her mom, they lost 60 to 72 pounds. It changed all the time because all along the time I was talking about this, they were continuing to lose weight. So the number kept going up as I used them as examples. Because at that moment in time, I didn't have a story to share yet because I had just started the product too. So use your upline story for your story until you get your own story, because you will. So if you don't have the story to say, I lost the weight and that's what that person's looking for, then use somebody else. So you could use me, for example, and say, my friend Mindy's lost 15 pounds with this product in like less than 2 months. I used Courtney and her mom because that's who I knew at that time. So I'd say, yeah, they lost this amount of weight. So obviously it works, and maybe send them a picture of them. This is my friend. So they know you're not just making up some random person. Once you do that, then you have somewhere to go with them. Say, well, what is your normal budget for supplements? Lots of people have a budget for supplements. Lots of people take products like this all the time, or not like this because this product's amazing, but have tried other products. That's another avenue I come with. If they say that at that point, well, I've tried a million things, I'm like, girl, me too. I have stuff still sitting on my shelf that never worked and I spent the money on. So I totally understand, but trust me, you will love this. Sometimes I send a voice message to people, like a little clip on my messenger, so they can hear like how excited I am. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe like this winter, my anxiety was so much better. I usually have seasonal depression and I didn't have that at all. And I just feel so much better. Let them hear your voice. Like let them hear the inflection of how excited you are and what it's done for you. But one thing I will say about that is don't word vomit on people. So this is not your opportunity to tell them your life story and everything that it's ever done for you and every person you know and how amazing it is and all the science behind it. And when they need to take it, don't do that. Don't get overly zealous with excitement. Just listen, let them tell you what their need is, and then help them meet it. So I do that right out of the gate. And I personally start, some people on my team do samples right away. I have always gave them pricing right out of the gate for a distributor, a smart ship, and a retail. I'll tell them what the price is because they're going to ask that, obviously. But I go ahead and sow that seed right at the beginning too of what it would be if they want to become a distributor, if they want to do smart ship, if they want to do retail. So I give them those 3 options. And most of the time at this point for me, in general, people are like, okay, well, what is smart ship? So I want to talk to that for just a quick minute because I have some people at the start of my team that had issues getting people on smart ship. And why do you want to do that? So this business is residual based. And what that means is whatever you build this month, you want that to also come back to you next month. So you don't want to be selling all these people products and then not having them necessarily on a smart ship and then having to go back and resell again. Retail's great. I mean, I have lots of customers who do retail and then come back and do smart ship, no problem. But if you can get them right out of the gate doing, sorry, my phone froze. If you can get them right out of the gate doing smart ship, and I call it smart ship, not auto ship, because that, again, it's that wording that people get weirdo about. So if you say auto ship, they're like, well, wait, what does that mean? Do I have to do this for so many months? Am I locked in? So make sure, explain everything up front. I talk to people like crazy. I don't send a lot of like our business clips and pages. I message people. I talk to them. So, let them know that it's a convenience for them, that they get it every 30 days because they don't want to run out. Say, trust me, girl, people run out and they are like hunting you down to try to get it. You don't want to be out of it. And it saves you some money and you don't have to think about it. But if you want to cancel it, you can. It's not a big deal. You can change the date. You can suspend it. So you're not locked into anything. So don't feel like that. And most of the time people are good if you just let them know what it is they're getting. But do that. Make sure you're telling people. Also, as I got those people to start responding on Facebook to my curiosity post, I wrote them down. I didn't just leave them in my phone and go back, because the beginning I would try to flip back through Messenger and try to follow people that way, and that got really crazy. So my goal was to have 20 customers every month. That was my goal, what I tried to set out to do. And most months, I look back tonight, I had at least 12 to 16. So I got really close most months to my 20-person goal, and sometimes I hit 20. But I would write all those people down, because you'll have your people, boom, yes, I want to buy 30-day. Like, they're ready to go. They want it right away. So you can send them your website and they're going to order. Then you have those that are like, well, I'm not sure if I like coffee. That was me. I hate coffee. So I need to taste it first. So you have those people. That's where my team came in and did a lot of sampling. So we bought the bags, the 24-pack bags, and we did 3-day samples to people for $10. And when we sampled those people, I always sent them a message and said, hey, when you get your sample, let me know. I'm going to tell you how to use it when you get it. So that way I, again, had that connection, a way for them to come back and for us to talk again. So day one, Sally would message me and say, hey, I got my coffee samples. How do I use it? Sometimes I'll send a little information sheet in there, but most of the time I don't put how to use it, because I want her to get back in touch with me, because I want to know what day she started that 3-day sample. So that's my cue on my piece of paper that I sampled that person to write down, she started it this day. So I tell her how to use it, and she uses it day one. On day two, I message her again in her sampling, because by then I'm telling her about SmartShip, and I'm telling her what my website is if she's ready to order, because it's going to take her a couple of days to get it. And by this point, she's probably feeling pretty good and loving it. So she's probably going to be ready to order. And I want to go ahead and get her going there, in that first 2 days on her SmartShip. So we do that a lot. That's how I follow up with my samples. I do prefer to start them on a full 30-day dose. And I tell them right up front, this is, the coffee, this is what dose does, and I send them, or this is what Xanthamax does with it to make dose, And I go ahead and send them that video in that information calls too. When we're doing I'm doing the response back from my messenger, I usually always send the dose video. Now, they may not want to do both, but I'm going to talk to them about dose first, and I'm going to talk to them about a 30-day supply first, because I know they're going to get the most benefit if they do it for 30 days and they do both. If their budget, what we talked about earlier, doesn't yield that and they just want to do the coffee, that's fine. We do the coffee, and I follow up with them about 15 days into that coffee and start talking to them about Xanthamax, because I want them to experience the full dose. So that's where all that writing down the names, where you're at with people, what they ordered, so you know where to follow up if they're a sample and where to follow up if they're just a coffee drinker. And then also, just like you do when you are finding their why or connecting to them with that information talk, you're doing the same thing later with them after they buy. Please don't have somebody buy from you and then just never speak to them again. You want to be a good coach. You want to be a good customer representative for them. You want to help them. And sometimes, I know Brittany Beck, for example, she had a horrible experience her first coffee drink. So what if that person, I guess it was Judy, I'm not even sure who gave her the sample to begin with, but what if they wouldn't have followed up with her? I mean, look at where none of us would be here possibly. So please follow up with people after they start drinking the product, because a key component to making sure you keep your customers is following up and tweaking things, because everybody's different. Some people need half a scoop. Some people are using too much water. Some people are mixing it with their coffee. They don't like the taste, whatever it is. Figure out, how to fix it for them, because you can, I promise. I do it all the time. So check in with people so that you can fix if they're having an issue. Like somebody said they were jittery the other day, so we backed off to half a cup for a couple of days for her. She's fine now. She's good to go. So with those follow-ups, okay, now you talk to those people from your curiosity post. They want to buy. So they have their credit card in their hand. This is what Courtney taught me. Don't send your website until you visually can see they have their credit card in their hand. Why do you want to do that? Because some people just drag their feet. They're excited. They want to do it. But if you send them their website and then all of a sudden you've gone 3 days and they haven't bought, and now you're like in panic mode. Why are they not buying? Oh my gosh, I want to, like, you're freaking out trying to figure out, why are they not ordering? Why are they not ordering? So don't send them the website necessarily right away. See where they are. Say, okay, whenever you're ready to order, I'll be happy to send you my website. And sometimes people say, okay, and that's it. So with those people, I would say after day 1, I'll go back to them and say, hey, just checking in. Did you have any more questions? If I did send them my website right away because they said, yes, I'm buying right now, I'm ready to order, and they didn't, which that happens too. So just get ready for all this. It's okay. It's part of the process. If you send them the website and they were like, I'm ordering tonight, I want this, and then they don't, go back and say, hey, were you able to get on my site okay? I use it, our site being down, a lot of times I'll just message people, say, hey, my site was down yesterday, because sometimes glitches happen and people get sidetracked and the site does something weird. That's one of the things that I say to a follow-up. I say, hey, were you able to get on my site okay? Just checking in. Or do you have any questions I can answer? Or I go to their Facebook page and I'll look if they made a post recently. Don't go comment if it was from 2 months ago, then you're like a stalker. But if it was yesterday, I'll just comment on their page, because a lot of times it's not that they don't want to order. So just don't let your brain psych you out, because I had girls early on, they would be like, oh, they just don't want to order it and I'm just going to bug them to death. I'm like, no, it's not that they reached out to you. They made a comment on your post. They wanted the product. They said they wanted to order. I was like, did you get busy today? Did you get sidetracked? Did your kids do something to make you forget something? Did you forget to respond to a message while you were driving? It's the same thing with them. It's just they forgot. So get back with them. I have people all the time say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I totally forgot. I wanted to order it. I just got sidetracked. So day 1 with people, if they don't order right away, day 1, follow up, ask them a couple questions, see what's going on. You don't have to say, hey, where's your order at? You don't have to be a weirdo. Just something basic. Like, were you able to get on the site okay? If you have any questions, I can answer. Sometimes they don't respond to you then. So day 3, go back, do the same thing. Say, hey, I just had sent you a message, making sure everything was good. Did you have anything else I could send to you or any other questions? And see what happens. Every once in a while, you'll have those people that ends up being like day 7. On day 7, I say, hey, I was just doing my follow-ups for a couple people who are ordering. Saw you hadn't placed your order yet. I was just going to go ahead and scratch you off the list because I didn't want to keep bugging you since it's been about a week since we talked last. And a lot of times, I had 3 or 4 people yesterday, I did that too. And they said, oh, no, don't take me off the list. No, I want to order. And 2 of them ordered right then, like within me switching over. So day 1, day 3, day 7, that's your follow-ups. And make sure, like I said, once they've ordered, please go back and follow up. All right, so now we've got to the point where they have ordered product. You've done your curiosity, you've done your engagements. Another biggie that's going to help your business move really fast is go watch the video, the branding video that Holly, I think it's Holly Dersham, I think it is. It's Holly. You'll see if you put her name, branding, in Team Unity page, it'll come right up. That video or that teaching changed my business. I know it changed April Barber's too, because I watched it and she just went platinum on my team last month. And I remember us having a conversation after I watched it because I couldn't figure out why you needed to do live videos. I just thought that was weird. Like I couldn't get the concept. And when I didn't understand the concept of it, I didn't know what to do. So I sat there doing nothing with lives because I think people freeze when they're not sure what to do. So let me give you a little bit of, please watch the Brandy video because she does it amazingly. But let me give you a little bit of mindset of why that's important. So you're trying to build an audience around you. You don't want to just build an audience around your coffee. You want people to be attracted to you. It's affiliate marketing. So you're trying to get people to trust you because if they trust you, they're going to order from you. So like for myself, I do interior design on the side. So I started doing some interior design videos. Now people start calling me about doing interior design more, which I really wanted to do more of my coffee, but I was still getting interest on my interior design, which was good. So that was my brand. So that was my thing. Like I do interior design. April Barbers was worship. She's a worship leader at church. So she started building her page sort of around that. Along with your coffee, you're still doing that. You're not exempt from that. But you're starting to get people to watch you. You're adding value to your page. You're not just this person who has all this sales stuff all the time on your page. You're adding value. You're making yourself attractive. You're making people want to come see what you're going to say next, if that makes sense. So you want them to trust you, relate to you. Part of that, when you're going in to add your friends, this is part of your branding too, in a way, connect it all together, because you are going to start look for interest groups that you are connected to. So for me, I had lots of interior design groups that I added myself to. You don't go in there and start trying to sell your coffee to people. I added myself to a coffee group. I added myself to we have a golden doodle. So I added myself to that group. But what I did is in those groups, I took like 5 people and I just started up with 5 because I knew I needed to be consistent with it and I wanted to learn how to do it. So I started finding 5 people that looked kind of like people like me that I felt like I could probably connect to. I wrote those 5 people down and every day I commented on those 5 people's posts, something about what they posted. I made a comment. So I tried to make a friend. And over the months and weeks, those people will start to be like, who is this Mindy Honeycutt that keeps commenting on my stuff every day? So then they're going to click on your name and come to your page. And then guess what? They're going to see your coffee post and they're going to see your lives and they're going to see your interests and they're going to say, oh, we could be friends. And so now you're building your audience. You see how that's starting to work? So that's what that means. That's why you're doing lives. Make sure you're taking notes when you're doing a live so that you're not just rambling about something over and over and saying the same things, but you're actually giving good content. It doesn't have to be long. It can be short and sweet. It could be mixing the first one I did, I was literally mixing my cup of coffee and showing people how to do that. So that can be your first one, but it breaks the ice and it gets you over that hump of being afraid because everybody freaks out doing a live. I still hate it I don't like doing this with you guys right now, but I'm doing it because I feel like I do have some stuff that maybe will help you move forward. So, let's see here. Okay. Yep. So we are about to be about 5 minutes. Yep. Okay. I didn't want to take this past an hour. I just wanted to get everything in. So now we have moved to, we've done branding, being consistent. People are watching you, engagement post, friends post. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk to you about, this is it. It'll be short and quick. When you're doing the work now, you've already started every day trying to at least make two, you've introduced it to at least two people in some way, whether it's, through posting, or it's you talked to somebody in the carpool line, or you met somebody at the gym. I wear my little coffee earrings right here. Sometimes people say, oh my God, those are so cute. And we start talking about coffee, whatever it is. Now you're starting to build a business or build customers. So what is your goal? Need to try to get 20 dose customers. That's what your goal should be. If you're brand new, you need to start trying to get 20 people taking dose. And what that means is you're going to hit a level called super affiliate when you do that. And super affiliate is going to increase your pay tremendously. You should probably make between $500 and $600 a month, I would say, at super affiliate. So that should be your first goal for sure. And then you just want to keep getting customers, what we call getting wide. So keep getting customers this way as much as you can. Even when you start registering people, keep getting customers. And in the long run, if you do that, everything else will fall into place in your business. But the big thing and the last thing, like I said, I want to talk to you about is your mindset. This is probably I would say 85% of your business is the way you think. And what I mean by that is you need to be daily in some way getting some kind of positive stuff in your brain, because life is negative, the world is negative, sales is negative. It can be tons of fun, but it can be heart-wrenching too. So daily, whether it's devotions, whether it's book reading, whether it's following people on YouTube. I'm a big Tony Robbins fan, so I follow him on YouTube. I love Tony Robbins. Listen to him while you're walking, listen to somebody while you're getting ready. Find times in your day to do something for yourself to get your mind right. It's just like exercising. You've got to keep that muscle in the right way. And plugging in to this team, like I talked about at the beginning, is a huge way. We have a conference coming up, and yes, it's an investment. Yes, it's hard to get there. Yes, we all have kids. Yes, we have families. Yes, it's airfare. Yes, it's time away from different things. But it's also mindset. And I know the importance of having your mind right if you're going to do something like this. So sometimes you have to make those hard choices and do things that are out of your comfort zone and that are hard to do. But guess what? It's always going to be a huge payoff if that's what you want. So big thing is getting your mind right, doing something every day to have that positive in your brain, whether it's going in and finding a video or watching somebody that you admire. Or I would go find people. Like one person early on in business I found was Sadie Endicott, and I started just following her page and watching what she was doing, watching what her page looked like, and trying to duplicate that because I knew she was where I wanted to be. So that's pretty much it. Did you guys have anything, Misty or Courtney, additional that we needed to add past that?
No, I think you did an amazing job, girl. Courtney, do you have anything?
I don't. Mindy, that was amazing. I think you covered all the bases. But literally, guys, literally soak every tip that she gave you. Let it sink in, and don't just write it down on a piece of paper. Literally, if you will do everything she said, you will be successful. And just like she said, commitment is so important. Being consistent and being committed to your business. And one of the things that I used to tell people in the beginning is to think of it as you're investing in yourself. So even if you're a visual person, write a check to yourself and put it on your refrigerator, or put a picture of your why on your refrigerator, like Mindy was saying, be focused on your why, and literally just stay at it. No matter, like, there's some days it's harder than others, but just stay at it. And Mindy, you did amazing. Thank you so much.
You're
Yes.
welcome. I hope you guys got something out of it. I was trying to just think of anything that I did that helped, but honestly, it was just the little bitty things every day. It was never any big, huge thing. It was just the little bitty things, and I just did them every day. And just always thought I was honestly just thinking about my business a lot. Like I would be driving or going somewhere and like thinking about, oh, what does this person need? Or how can I reach this person? Or how can I connect better to people? Just always trying to make it better. And like I said, you don't have to be the person. If you don't want to build a big team or have a huge business, that's okay. Get your 20 customers and be done. That's okay. That's awesome too. And maybe that $500 a month, all you need for your family not to file bankruptcy or whatever, if that's what it is, just go for that and do that. There's no pressure here. Like nobody's your boss, which is what's awesome about this team. We're all just here. If you want to move forward and want to be helped, we want to do that. But if you want to have 20 customers and just have a customer base and that's all you want to do too, then that's great too. I mean, it's awesome money, and the company pays you back crazy well. So, it's dollar for dollar on what you sell, and you're going to get paid back for those customers. So this was a lot of stuff I know about mindset and moving forward if you want to build a big business, just because that's all I know how to teach, because that's just what I wanted to do. And it did change for me. So maybe as you start just getting those customers and doing stuff along the way, sometimes it might change for you too. But if you're not at that place yet in your mind, or you don't feel like you want that responsibility or whatever it is, don't feel like if you don't do all of this stuff, you can't still have success, because you totally can. Doesn't have to be, you're going black diamond in 6 months if that's not what you necessarily want. But if you do want that, then guess what? You can do it. And there's a whole team of people all around you that will rally and help you every step of the way. So.
Absolutely. You did great. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night. I know my hubby's waiting to get into the bedroom. I've took over the bedroom, so he's probably like, I want to go to bed.
All right, guys, I'm going to get this thing uploaded, so I will have it posted ASAP. And even if you were on the call for this full thing, maybe rewatch it, because I'm sure you will find something else tonight that you didn't hear as she was teaching it to us live. You will go back again whenever you listen to it again, and you'll learn something else again. So I'll get that posted ASAP. Thank you all for being on, and thank you again, Mindy. You did amazing.
Thank y'all. See you
Have
later.
a good night, guys.